Yeah, yeah, we're expecting a baby. Thank you, thank you. Bank of America's, I don't know bank stocks too well, but that's a big down day. I don't know what's going to happen to Bitcoin. Nobody knows, but I'm pretty bearish. I mean, I feel like the MicroStrategy nonsense and even the president's embrace of Bitcoin feels very contrived and like exit liquidity, and it feels like it's not smart money getting long. It's not smart money getting long at the top, and I feel like I take the other side of that trade. So I don't see why we couldn't see 40K Bitcoin very easily. When the market drops, maybe if you can buy Nvidia 20 times, or you can buy Pfizer at 5 times, or you can buy Coca-Cola at 10 times, people are going to do that. They're going to buy that. They're not going to buy Bitcoin at 75K or 70K or 65K. They're going to let Bitcoin drop, and they're going to say, you know what? I got some dry powder. I'd rather buy that iconic skyscraper in New York City. I'd rather buy 2% of this famous company that has lasted the test of time. They're not going to say, I want to buy a bunch of this stuff. Eventually, you run out of capital. Yeah, it feels like the smart money is transitioning the exit to the dumb money. Yeah, all of crypto sort of became very grifty. Yeah, people aren't interested in the other coins either. It's just been a rough space, man. And it'll have a big comeback. Exactly, AL. In those days in 2008, it wasn't a question of what stocks were cheap or what weren't. It was a question of, did you have capital? And remember, a lot of people, they're investing other people's money. So they knew all these stocks were cheap. But who's investing in your firm or your fund or whatever so that you can go make those investments? That's why it's good to have a business. Because if you have a business that's making cash flow, okay, let there be a bad year in the stock market. I'm going to use the cash flow in the business to go buy some stocks. Let it be bad again. Fine. Now, if that happens in hedge funds, your clients want their money back. You got to get the timing exactly right. But if you own a corporation, let's say the corporation sells software or sells ice cream or whatever it sells, and you make $5 million a year from that company, well, you have $5 million you can use to buy back the company stock, or if stocks are super cheap, buy some stocks with it. Why not? And then all of a sudden you've got stocks at a really cheap price. And that's what Warren Buffett's done. A lot of people don't understand that Warren Buffett is not like you and me. He's got businesses that make billions of dollars. So he's not investing a portfolio like you or me. His portfolio is going up because his railroad company makes money. So if he makes a mistake in the stock market, it doesn't really matter that much because his railroad company is just going to make more money that he can then take and invest again. So you and I have a portfolio that's static. A lot of us don't have more money coming in from a business. Some of us are using our dip in our portfolio to make ends meet, to pay for bills. So if you have a business that's reliable, that's the best place to be, because then you can, at any time the market crashes, you could say, okay, I got cash from my business. And you don't have to sell your business or anything. It's just the cash flow coming from the company. I think it's a little different with your income, because your salary is not really a business. Unless you have a very high salary, your salary is really there for your living expenses, and you can lose your job and things like that. So it's not like it's 100%, guaranteed. All right, that's it. It was a slight down day for us over here, but still up over the last 2 days, which is good. Well, you don't have to start a business either. You could buy a business. You can. All right, wonderful. Well, it's on the upper right hand of the screen, Will. Well, we looked at Pfizer, we looked at Apple, neither were too exciting. We looked at IVVD and determined that was a buy, I think. It's just pissant little drug company that makes a COVID antibody. Market went down almost 5%. DARPA awarded the Quantum Awards, and that didn't really. I mean, Quantum kind of outperformed today, so it is what it is, but IonQ is down 7%. Crypto's kind of getting slaughtered. But, I even bought a little NVIDIA today. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure Trump will come out and, through a functionary or through himself, soften the blow. DARPA gave out $1 million to 15 quantum companies. That was expected. All right, guys. Check out godelterminal.com, GODEL terminal.com. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. See you tomorrow.